What's going on, guys? MariK here, back with day 12 of the Dragon Ball Super reveals for Set 9 Universal Onslaught. We skipped day 11 because it was only a couple cards. I wanted to basically put day 11 and 12 into one video since it is all about the dash pack that you get for buying booster boxes of Set 9. And if you weren't already hype for Majin Buu or Universe 7, you will be after this. Let's go ahead and check this shit out. So first up, we have Son Goku, Instincts Surpassed. He's a 6-cost, red-blue, triple strike deflect. His activate main says, choose 2 red-blue multicolor extra cards from your hand and or drop area and send them to your warp. Choose up to one of your opponent's leader cards, and it gets minus 5,000 power for the duration of the turn, then switch this card to active mode. That's not a once per turn ability. That is absolutely fucking insane. Now, you're sending him to your warp, so you're not going to get to use him again, but to switch this card back to active mode? Like, what the ass-tarded hell? He's basically... It's almost like... He's on fucking steroids. This card is just fucking stupid busted. Why they did not make that a once per turn, I will not understand. He's got deflect, so he's going to fucking come out no matter what you want to play. And then... Triple Strike 35,000 that can just keep restanding himself over and over and over again is terrifying. Thankfully, counterattacks can still stop him in his tracks, but if they can just infinitely switch him back to active mode, then it's going to take a lot more than that just to get this guy off the board. Revenge would be a good thing. Mafuba would come back to say, get this card out of my face. You're going to need a good way to get rid of this card if the Red Blue Universe 7 stuff becomes a big hit, which it looks like it probably is going to. I've seen a lot more people playing around with the cooler Frieza stuff than I have this guy, or than I have the Universe 7 stuff, but with this guy, it's anybody's game. This card is just absolutely disgusting, and Red Blue has definitely gotten a ridiculous power creep this set. Up next, we have Topo, Bestower of Justice. He's a 2-cost green-yellow, 16,000. He's got Barrier, and his permanent says, increase the energy cost of this card by 2. So, he's going to be a good card for his successor, and with Barrier, he's going to stick around for a little while, so he'll be there to increase the number of your Universe 11 cards, so that you can get out your big boy Jirens. He doesn't really do a whole lot else, and I'm kind of honestly disappointed in this card, especially when you look at the Goku and the other 2 cards in the dash packs. This is definitely the oddball out in my personal opinion. I know Universe 11 needs some extra love and support, but this card just not really the card to go with it. And I feel like I hate it because the God of Destruction Topo was one of my favorite moments in the Tournament of Power, and I also think Topo is just such a better character than Jiren. Jiren was just a garbage blank slate, and his backstory was kind of cool, but then, I don't know, he was just not as good a character as Topo. Topo is just plus he's got that ridiculous mustache, come on now. Then we have Majin Buu, Diabolic Punisher. He's another 6-cost for the Black Majin Buu engine, 20,000 power. His permanent says this card can't be removed from your battle area by your opponent's skills. So he doesn't need Barrier because he's not going away anyways, with the exception of power reduction, of course. Place this card in its owner's drop area. When your opponent plays a battle card with energy cost greater than their current energy, choose one of your opponent's battle cards and send it to its owner's warp. So this would be a good counter for Successor. This would be a good counter for really just about anything. And you can play him pretty early, too, as early as, I believe, turn 3 via the Majin Buu engine. And it's a great card. He doesn't have to really do anything but just sit there. And with as cheap as it is to get him out, with as early as you can get him out, and you're not really concerned about resources, it's a really good card for countering most of everything else, with the exception of the power-reducing red-blue shit. Then we have my personal favorite of the 4, Malicious Mimicry. When I saw the card art for the dash packs, I did not expect this to be my favorite of the two Buu cards. It's a 1-cost extra card. Activate battle says choose up to 1 Majin Buu card in your leader or battle area, and it gets plus 15,000 power for the duration of the battle. Huge power boost. That'll be really good with the double strike and the crit Majin Buus, or even the triple strike one. The activate main says for 2 energy, if all of your energy is black, send this card from your drop area to your warp. Then choose 1 card in your hand, place it in your drop area. Choose 1 black Majin Buu with an energy cost of 2 or less in your drop area and play it. So, it's just there to restart your chain all over again. Damn, I don't have the Bobbity. Damn, I don't have the 2-drop Buu. Well, yeah, we got Mimicry. We're going to do it all over again. This card just seems so damn good to continuously make sure that you've got that chain going. And you're always going to have at least 1 card to discard for it. You activate this from your drop area, so you don't have to worry. It's so good. Such a fucking good card. And since you're playing your stuff for cheap anyways, you're going to be able to play this relatively easily for 1 energy, because you're not using a whole lot of energy to do everything anyways. It's just, this is such a fucking good card. And I bet the special beam cannon is just going to look super nice in all that, the delicious promo foiling that they give the dash pack stuff. So, really happy with this card. And I would honestly say the Goku's probably the best card out of the dash packs. I won't argue with that. But I feel like this is easily one of the best cards for the Majin Buu support. And probably my favorite out of the 4. So that's going to go ahead and wrap it up for today's video. This one was just short and sweet. We only had 4 cards to go over, so it wasn't that big of a deal. I am somewhat disappointed, though, that we got the cards that we got. I mean, we got a new Universe 7. That's fine. We got Universe 11. That's fine, too. But we got 2 Majin Buu cards, and I feel like that's kind of... Once again, they shit all over Cell. Like, why did we not get another good Cell card for the new support? Like, I like the 2 Buu cards. They're not bad. The extra card is especially good, in my opinion. But with all the hype that they put around bringing Cell back, why didn't we get, you know, either a new Cell or a new, like, another Android card? Like, something to kind of support that. Because, I mean, right now it's just kind of like they still don't want Cell to succeed, and honestly, I wouldn't say most, a lot of the player base seems to still be hating on Cell, either because A, they hated the original Cell engine, and so they're going to shit all over the new support just because, or because they don't feel like the new stuff is going to be as good. But a lot of them are also comparing it to the old Cell engine, and they do 2 different things for 2 different reasons. They play 2 different ways, so it's to be expected that they're going to be a little bit different. But this just kind of pushes the balance against Cell's favor a little more when it's the only big archetype that's not getting much support in the dash pack. So, I mean, maybe that's just me just trying to overanalyze it, but it just seems a little BS. But these are all pretty solid cards. Like I said, the Mimicry is easily my favorite of the 4. But let me know what you guys think about these cards. What do you think about that Goku? Because that's probably the best of the 4 by far. Do you think that card is too overpowered since it activate main is not once per turn? Or do you think it's balanced enough and everybody should just run Mafuba? Not really quite sure. It's definitely a terrifying card. I wish they would have made it Goku's lineage so that I could just play it with a swap card instead of having to... Alright, but whatever. With that, we're going to go ahead and get the freak out of here, and we'll see you guys in the next video.